Solitary confinement is the practice of isolating inmates in locked cells for nearly the entire day. This isolation can last for a period of days, weeks, or sometimes even months at a time. Most prisons have different names for their form of solitary confinement, such as the shoe, the hole, segregation, or permanent lockdown. During isolation, prisoners have virtually no form of human contact. Prisoners can be placed in isolation for various reasons such as punishment, behavior modification, gang involvement, or political activism. A former U.S. prisoner shares the following experience regarding her time in the shoe. Sometimes I felt like I was losing my mind, or that I have lost it already, holding conversations with myself. I had conversations with people, dialogues, long dialogues with people. Some of them I knew and some of them I didn't know. There were times when the darkness wasn't dark. I could see faces. I think that I found out that I may be hallucinating when I touched my eyes and my eyes were open, so I kind of knew I wasn't dreaming. After a while, I thought that maybe I will die there. I really thought that I would. Do these harsh conditions produce effective results, or are the results producing more harm than good? Results say that those who go in the shoe are more likely to reoffend. However, is this because of their experience in the shoe or their personality? It is hard to determine, as there is little record keeping of solitary confinement in the U.S. prison system, and much of the occurrences go undocumented. In 2006, an independent investigation reported that 64% of prisoners in solitary confinement struggled with mental illness, which is likely because the mentally ill find it difficult to conform to prison rules, which pertains to lifestyle theory. And those who enter the shoe without a mental illness typically come out experiencing mental health problems, as the environment is incredibly stressful and can cause something known as shoe syndrome. Other physiological and psychological ailments have been reported as side effects to solitary confinement. Most notable are the psychological effects such as increased anxiety, depression, anger, cognitive disturbances, perceptual distortions, paranoia, psychosis, and self-harm or suicide. Because of this, long-term solitary confinement could potentially be problematic for public safety in the case that it is deeming prisoners unfit to integrate back into society smoothly. In conclusion, the three main components of solitary confinement, including social isolation, reduced environment stimulation, and loss of control, can be extremely distressing for prisoners and causes psychological harm that potentially leads to reoffense. If you want to learn more about solitary confinement, visit solitarywatch.com or go to the American Friends Service Committee website to read more about the facts, answers, and questions you might have about solitary confinement.